Let's get ready to rumble. Woo! Listen, it is homecoming 3 for Beautiful Us University, and I'm going to coach you to a knockout beat. And I'm going to do it with you versus you in the ring. So, what I want you to do is share this live because today we're going to talk about 3 makeup jabs that you can take right now in order to get a knockout beat. I'm so excited to coach you through this. And yeah, so welcome. Listen, Homecoming 3 is themed after Creed, since Creed 3 is coming out this year, and I'm so excited because we are celebrating 3 years, y'all. 3 years of serving makeup classes to Black women. What other platform is doing that? Where else you gonna get this kind of loving and training when it comes to your makeup? Okay, so many lives have been changed through my live videos, my free classes, my paid classes, and most of all, Beauty for Us University. So I am ready to coach you to a knockout beat. Listen, share this live out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. It is nothing but God's grace and love and abundance that we are here and we are still standing 3 years later. So let's get to this knockout beat. Now, listen, I'm about to take all this stuff out because I'm hot. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, I had some technical difficulties, so I didn't get a chance to. Come on, the champ is here. I didn't get a chance to put on my makeup or anything. So what I'm gonna do is, because you guys are here early, I'm just gonna throw on a 5 minute, beat if y'all don't, if you will, okay? If y'all will let me so that I can look put together for this here live. All right. So in the comments, listen, I want you to give me your makeup goals. Give me your makeup goals. What are your makeup goals right now? It's so important. It's so important that you understand where you're going. What battle are you trying to win? And I am a person who has challenges sometimes with being specific when it comes to my goals. Sometimes when I'm praying, I really have to lean into that prayer that Holy Spirit will go before you and Holy Spirit knows what to say, right? So that's me, because I don't always know what to say. I just know what result I want, and I don't always know what I need to ask for in order to get there. And so, if that's you, then just start speaking in tongues in the comments. I'm just playing. But if that's you, then you give the best answer to the best of your ability. Come on, I see some champs in the building. There are definitely some ways that we can improve in our makeup, but sometimes we don't know specifically, just because maybe you are a beginner. Maybe you are starting from scratch, and that's okay too. That's exactly what I'm here for. So I want to know what your makeup struggle is and what's a knockout beat to you. I talked about last week when we were here. I was trying to figure out how this makeup get on my stuff. But the makeup, dang, makeup spilled in my makeup bag. It's okay. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a brush set that's already together instead of using these, and I'll wash these another time. And we'll go for what we know. I hate for y'all to see how I curl the front of my head and not the back of my head. So y'all hold on for a second. All right, I'm back. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. There is one brush set that I have that was my sample brush set, and I try not to use that one. because it's not all the way done. But I really think it's, I think it's this one. All right. Okay, so let's talk. Come on, the champ is here. A flawless, clean look. To just put together nicely clean, neat makeup. That's good. Matching color to your brown skin. Just have to define a clean makeup look. That's a great I love this. Is it Crystal or Christelle? But I love this. Defining what a clean makeup look is, because it means something different to everybody. So sometimes clean makeup look means 5 minutes. It doesn't mean long lasting. It just means, I want my makeup to be smooth or whatever the case may be. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you concerned about your skin being oily, you concerned about your makeup lasting all day. That it may take away that, but when you say clean, is clean considering that you want it to be photo ready? Is that considering that you want it to look, like your natural skin? Is that considering that you don't want to be overly contoured type thing? Like you still want to look like yourself? But some people think clean beauty is, 5-minute beauty, which, in some cases it can be, but you want to think about a little bit deeper. What is it that you want? Do I want something that's going to last, or do I just want something that looks clean? Do I want something that's convenient, or do I want something, when I go to the club, I know when they take a picture of me, I won't look crazy. Everything will still look super duper smooth, like I went to a makeup artist. There's different levels to that. And I think one thing, a common misconception can be, and I ain't gonna say it's a misconception, I think it's just a matter of definition. What is clean to you? Deeper, what does that mean? How long does that look take? How many products are you willing to use for a clean look? Because even as a makeup artist, if somebody sat in my chair and said, hey, I just want a clean look, I'm still going through all the steps just to get a clean look, and everybody is like, man, it can take me, 20 minutes to do a clean look. It can, especially if I'm, doing it on a client, because that's not my face. But if I'm doing, even the simplest of the simplest, that doesn't mean I'm going to skip the steps just to, to get that look or their result. So again, that can mean different things. And I just want to clarify. I want to know your definition of what that means to you, so we can be on one accord, and I can let you know what you're asking for, is realistic or not. Crystal. Okay. Got you. All right. So I'm reading Crystal's comment, and she says she's a beginner. So it's just hard to do a natural look that could take 5 minutes. She want a natural glam, something that looks like her skin. So when my first response to that is going to be, how do you take care of your skin? Because a lot of people want a look that looks like skin. I'm going to get into these 3 steps in just a minute, y'all. But a lot of people want to take steps where their skin just looks like skin. And I can't skip around specific steps with those who have dark blemishes. I can't skip around certain steps with those who have textured skin. But if you take care of your skin and you have, pretty nice, and I'm saying pretty not as in like, oh, she's so pretty, but smooth, clean, kind of low blemish barometer skin, then that's going to be a lot easier for me to teach you a quick 5-minute something that'll get you through. However, if you deal with dark circles, or you have some other specific skin concerns like oily skin, and you're looking for your makeup not to shine so quickly, I got to add some extra steps in there in order for you to enjoy how you look. Because if I skip around, I may as well be a YouTuber. You get what I'm saying? I may as well just record on YouTube and shut the school down. I may as well just give you what'll do, instead of teaching you, hey, this is what you need to do in order to get the results you want. But I have to help you define, whatever your goal is. And when I can help you define kind of deeper what that goal is, I can teach you everything, and you can pick and choose. Okay, I'm not going to do this, or I don't have to do this. But I just feel like it's fantastic to teach you everything. Then you can take what you need and leave the rest. Because our skin is going to change. If you have dry skin today, you might have oily skin once you turn a certain age. You have clear skin today, you might have acne once you turn a certain age, right? So some people look at some information and be like, oh, that ain't me, that don't apply to me. No, it might not apply to you right now, but I guarantee you, listen, like grandma would say, keep living. Keep living. You don't know what's gonna apply to you. So it's important, that you, again, learn what you can, take what you can. Lord, don't let me have left my blush. Take what you can and leave the rest. But we miss out because we're just looking for, if we can't do it in 5 minutes, then we gone. And honestly, that's unfair. It's unfair to the process of learning, no matter what you learn. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Charlotte is referring to Matter brushes, you guys. Matter brushes is what I'm using right now to do my makeup. You guys, Matter brushes was created with the beginner in mind. I did these brushes with a number system that actually makes sense. These brushes work together. They flow together because they are numbered in order. They're numbered in the order of use so that you can either get a basic beat or a full glam without being confused on your next step. So you can visit Matter Brushes. Somebody put that in the comments for me. MatterBrushes.com. And y'all, I promise there's Afterpay. You just have to go all the way to the end of checkout. I'm still working on adding, where you can see the breakdown a little bit earlier in the checkout process. But I promise Afterpay is there. You just got to get all the way to the end of checkout, even past, like putting your name in. But Afterpay is there at the end of checkout. So definitely make sure that you upgrade your brushes. Your brushes and your tools really do matter. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pop some mascara on. Usually I have on lashes, but if you were in my stories today, I took off my lashes today because they were hanging on by less than a thread. It was looking a fool. And I just didn't want to live that life no more. All right, y'all ready to learn? I want you to put a 1 in the comments. 1 in the comments if you're ready to push it forward. Hey, Melanie. Melanie, I'm sad that you're going to miss class. You said you got to work. I saw that. I saw that. So I said you got to miss class, girl. And y'all, this is probably my last, one of my last free classes. Now, my students are always going to be able to attend my classes free of charge because they are my students, of course. But going forward, you guys, We're gonna pop a nice little price tag. And when I say nice little price tag, I ain't talking about, a big ticket, but there will be some kind of entry fee. Okay. All right, she's pretty much ready now. Your girl is pretty much ready now, so we about to get it done. I'm gonna pop just a little lip liner on here. And then we're gonna take some jabs at this makeup. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ola do it. Hey, Ola do it. Hey, Ola do it. Okay, let me read Melanie comment because I didn't even read it. Okay, not looking like a clown or even muddy. Come on, girl. I want to look. I want it to last but look fire, just not overly dramatic and still natural with a little razzle dazzle. My face in and out of picture. Okay, I love that. Melanie, you speak my language, girl. I love me a little razzle dazzle. So I definitely get that, and it's definitely possible. So I love that you defined exactly what you want. Okay, you guys, let's jump in with the first jab. First things first, you got to take a jab at intention. A lot of times we set goals, but we do not set intention. Setting goals is nothing, but when you set intention, you shift your atmosphere, you shift your body, you shift your movements, you shift what you do because you are intentional about doing a thing. Sometimes we can set a goal and miss it because we did not set our intention. Por ejemplo, if you are trying to eat better, I can set a goal to eat better. No specificity here. I can set a goal to eat better, but setting my intention looks like getting rid of all the bread in the house. Setting my intention looks like, let me add more fruits and veggies in this refrigerator so that when I get my sweet tooth, I'm grabbing pineapples, hello somebody, instead of my favorite oatmeal cookies that I really, really want. Or it looks like instead of getting a whole box of oatmeal cookies that I love so much, I just get the 3 for $1 instead. Now I feel like I ain't eating this bad, right? So setting intention means that you're moving differently. So when it comes to your makeup, you guys, I know we like to skip to older steps. Give me the steps. Give me what foundation you're using, what concealer you're using, but you don't even have an organized space. So sometimes we have to create space. If you want to make room for something, we have to push other things out of the way. So, sometimes it's our environment that's slowing us down. Clean your counter to even boost you to want to do your makeup. Sometimes when we go on vacation, it's things that we do we ain't never done. We ain't never set up our camera to record certain things because we don't like our home. We don't like our living space, but when we go on vacation, we love it there. I made a decision. I remember going to my first solo international trip. It was to Punta Cana. And when I got back, I set my intention on creating a space that I never needed to vacation from. I went ahead and put up the curtains. I went ahead and bought some decor. But in my mind, I wasn't going to be in that apartment for a long time, which I ended up staying there for a long time. But in my mind, because I wasn't going to be there for a long time, I wasn't going to decorate. But I got me some frames. I started putting pictures in those frames. I put pictures of my family there. I put my curtains. I paid attention to what color scheme I wanted, and I made home a home. It didn't matter how long I was going to be there, but making my home a home shifted things in how I treated my home, how I decided if I wanted to go out or not. I went out more before I decorated than I did after I decorated because I loved being home. Even now, it's hard to pull me away from my home because I love my home. I love taking care of my home. I love showing gratitude to my home because I've set my intention on making my home a space that I don't have to vacation from. So when it comes to your makeup, one area of intention can be getting organized or creating a space or a place for you to do your makeup. even if it's a small space. Everyone doesn't have, you know, the same situation at home. But if you can just get your little corner, and you know, you can put a nice little mirror on the wall, maybe you make it your, you know, your makeup sanctuary, where there's just a mirror in the corner, maybe you have a pillow on the floor. You know, if you can't get down on the floor, maybe you have like a just a mini desk in the corner where this is your makeup sanctuary. And it's not even about the makeup, it's about you, it's about your time, your space. This is for me. One thing I love to do for myself is to cook for myself. Yes, I can cook for my fiance. He can cook for himself as well, but he does a great job at feeding himself where I don't have to cook. So whatever I cook, and sometimes a lot of times we won't be eating the same thing. He want to eat pork chops, biscuits, and gravy every day, and I just can't do that. So I like to order my Hello Fresh stuff. As soon as he see Hello or Fresh, he don't want it, which is good. But I use my time. One of those, my favorite thing is that it's my time where I am focusing on taking care of me. I'm focusing on taking care of Z. There's no interruption. I can't be on the phone. I'm not answering the phone because this is my time to feed my body, my spirit, my soul. I have to focus on what I'm doing in front of me. I can't multitask, answer an email, and watch the noodles boil. I can't do both. I put on my favorite show and it's me time. So it's important to find those pockets and areas, especially when it comes to your beauty as well. So this is my office, but this is also a nice organized space where I can teach and I can flow with ease. There's less resistance because it is organized. In my drawers over here is where my makeup is. On the right side is where my business stuff is. Like if I need paper clips, staples, glasses, or something like that, that's on the right side. But on the left side, I ordered and organized my drawers where I know if I want to do my makeup, all I need is my top two drawers. That's where my product is. That's where I can teach and I can flow easily. So I hope that you understand what I'm saying in that. I'm gonna spend a good minute on intention because it's so important. Number two, in setting intention, we're still on number one with intention, but the second thing is, and I got to get out this hot. Y'all know what kind of material this is. You rub it together, you're gonna burn up. But the second thing is commit to trying new things and not quitting. Commit to trying new things, but the hook to that is not quitting. So many women don't make it learning with me because they quit too soon. Some of them don't even get to the university portion because they quit in the free class. How can you quit and say what you can't do if you never make it to the end? And what happens when you do something all the way through, you learn how to build the strength of trusting yourself. There's a barometer in you where you can tell if you trust yourself or not. If you trust yourself, you're more than likely a finisher. If you don't trust yourself, you quit when things get a little tough because you don't trust yourself that you can go through with it. So we have to build our muscle of trusting ourselves so that we can get to the goal. No, it's not going to be easy all the time. No, it's not going to come out perfect all the time. Yes, you're going to have to try some things that you've never tried before. Yes, your hands are going to feel afflicted. Yes, it's going to be new. Yes, you're going to have to unlearn some stuff. But what greatness has been built in comfort? None. Every great person you know had to deal with discomfort in order to get there. Your greatness is built in the discomfort, but you will never get there because you keep stopping. When I was younger in church, we used to have these programs and stuff, and it'd be a story in there every program. But there was a story about a little boy and his grandfather. They were, storming outside. You probably heard. Look, you heard the story, but it was storming outside. They were driving in the car, And everybody else had stopped on the side of the road. And the grandfather kept going. It was lightning, it was thunder, it was all the things. Grandfather kept driving, and he leaned over and he said, "Come on, son, smile." So the son was like, what am I smiling for? And the grandfather said, "That's just God in the sky taking your picture, trying to see how you're going to go through this storm." And eventually I keep driving, and then the sun comes out. But the moral of the story is, how will you go through? How will you press through to get to your goal? Are you going to smile your way through, or are you going to quit? You're going to stop. You're going to pull over. What you going to do? What you going to do? Because right now it's you versus you. The only person that's stopping you from getting to your next level is you. The only person that's stopping you from tapping into the money that you want is you. Only person that's stopping you from tapping into the type of mother you want to be, or whether it's an entrepreneur, a business person, it's you. It's you. And you have to invest in yourself enough and believe enough that you are worthy of the next level. And it doesn't have to apply to makeup. Okay, last thing with intention, and then we're going to move on to the stuff y'all really want to hear. You have to be intentional about not confirming your doubts and fears. Be intentional about encouraging yourself. Be intentional about catching yourself when you say that you can't do something. Be intentional about shifting your words. Last live, I really focused on one of my students, Sydney. Sydney has intentional language. She'll post her picture, but Sydney will say, "Hey, my lashes may not be perfect, but I'm going to keep practicing. I'm going to keep trying." It's her language that shows her intention, that even though I know that this is not great, I'm not going to focus on where I'm lacking. I'm going to focus on how do I get better. Her language is the shift in the intention. And sometimes it's the words that comes out of our mouths that kill every single goal that we have, everything that we desire. "Oh, this is going to take too long." You killed it. "Oh, this is too hard." You killed it. "I ain't finna buy it." You killed it. You killed it. You shut down. You shut down in the atmosphere how close you are to getting to where you want to be. They ain't never gonna pick me. They always promote the other person. You're killing it with your words. Then you turn around and say, "Oh, the devil's so busy." No, it's your tongue. The tongue is busy. So we have to be careful of this muscle that we have in our mouth that's so sharp and so quick. And we're tearing down ourselves before we even get a chance to reach where we're trying to go. And I'm not saying that, oh, when you shift your language, things will happen immediately. That's not what I'm saying. But it'll sure enough make it easier while you're getting there. It'll sure enough make it a little bit brighter while you're getting to the goal. And it will accelerate you. Your language can accelerate you. Even if you sick in your body. I was on a plane, and when they descend, baby, that just takes me out. I'd be like, y'all can land a little bit better than this, because I be feeling like a little queasy every time the plane goes there. It don't matter when I've traveled. I've always felt like that. But this time, I said, my body is whole, my body is healed, and I'm going to be all right. I whispered it to myself because I know the power of hearing my own voice. I ain't just said it in my head and I didn't care who's around me. My body is whole, my body is healed, and I'm going to be all right. And I made it on the ground. I ain't throw up no bag. But it's the power of your tongue. Come on. It's the power of your tongue. And you might be killing the very goal that you want to reach because you're saying, oh, that's too much, I'm not doing it. Now you shut down the process of learning. Okay, let's move on. Y'all put 2 in the comments. If this is good to you, go and put some fruit in the comments. But if you're ready for the next, just go ahead and put number 2. Thank y'all for sticking with me. I know. Y'all want me to talk about the products and stuff. I know. All right. We're about to get to it. All right. So jab number 1 is the most important jab that you can take. You're going to have to punch at intention. You're going to have to punch. Thank you, Kim. You're going to have to punch at intention. You're going to have to take a punch at intention. I want you to tell me right now in the comments, what are you going to shift in your intentions? It don't even have to be about makeup at this point. But what are you going to shift? Hey, Rendell. What are you going to shift in your intentions? Stop quitting, period. Perseverance. And that's really all trust is. When you trust yourself, you're just persevering. I'm trusting myself to see it through. What are you going to shift in your intention? Y'all ain't got to tell all your business, but encourage each other. You know, we overcome by the words of our testimony. What are you going to shift in your intention? I'm going to be intentional about collaboration. This is just me. Where I am right now, where I'm trying to go, I can't get there by myself. So my intention is going to be, now listen, there's your goal and then there's your intention, right? So I'm gonna go back to my example. I'm just using you, Miss Joyce, for as an example. So remember, getting healthier, that's the goal, but the intention is, hey, I'm gonna take a break, you know, every hour. And when I take a break every hour, I'm gonna do, and this is what I do. I do, you know, a few kickbacks, a few squats, and then I fix my lunch or whatever it is. But I don't try to do a 30-minute workout because that's not me yet. I'm not there yet. But what I will do is I will switch out my cookies for pineapples. I will switch out, you know, scrolling through Instagram for, you know, a few little squats. And when I say a few little ones, I mean until they start hurting, and I'd be like, okay. But I get started and I shift my attention. All right. Shifting your thoughts, you know, setting an intention to shift your thoughts. What are you listening to? What is entertaining you? Is it the music? Is it, you know, people that you're talking to on the phone? You know, this is good. Practicing gratitude and positive self-talk. Very good. Joy said, drink more water. Drink more water. That's really good. Shift believing in myself more. Believing in yourself more is a goal. To set that intention, it could be writing down affirmations daily, listening to affirming music, listening to a faith-based message every day. It's so important that you have a goal, but also you have, you know, you set your intention. Okay, let's move on to number 2, and then we're gonna rock it out. I've been on here too long talking about number 1. All right, number 2, we're gonna take a jab at liquid foundation. Raise your hand if you do not use liquid foundation. You use powder. Okay, this is just something you can shift. Liquid foundation. That's it, Jasmine. Thank you for listening to my album. I just want you to put powder in the comments if you use a powder foundation versus a liquid foundation. I want you to put powder in the comments if you use a powder foundation versus a liquid foundation. And then I'm going to keep talking. So some people don't use liquid foundation. They feel like liquid is going to be heavy, that it's going to actually be a little bit overwhelming. And they feel that powder is going to give them more of a natural look, which in some cases it can, again, if you have a very clean kind of base to work with. When I say clean base, I mean your skin is pretty clean. You don't have a lot of blemishes. It can look more natural, but it's going to be a little bit challenging in order for you to in order for you to get the smoothness and cohesiveness sometimes. So that's why I always suggest a liquid foundation. I pause because I want to know who's not using foundation at all. So I want you to put not at all if you're not using foundation at all. So sometimes foundation is your clean slate, your clean base when it comes to a natural look. And so what I want you to notice right now is that even though I'm not wearing foundation, okay, even though I'm not wearing foundation, if I were, that foundation is one color, so it makes me look one dimensional. And so with that one dimension, what it would do is just clean and smooth everything out. It evens your skin tone. And so foundations can come in three ways, and each way can cater to anybody's skin. It doesn't matter if you're oily, they have foundation for oily skin, they have foundation for dry skin. If you have blemishes, if you want a lighter coverage. But a lot of people run away from liquid foundation because it is heavy, and or they think or feel that it is heavy because they don't know how to choose the right foundation. Okay, all foundation is not created equally, but I'm going to show you in my class on Sunday how to choose the right foundation. And when you take a stab or a jab at foundation, you're going to unlock a breakthrough in your makeup where you can have a nice clean base instead of spot treating. Then when you take your picture, somebody asked me this on Sunday, what makes your makeup photo ready? On Sunday, I missed the question, so I didn't answer it on Saturday. I missed the question, so I didn't answer it live. But what makes your photos or your face photo ready is that you have a nice, clean, overall well blended look. And when overall everything is well blended, when that flash hits, you're gonna be all right. If I were to take a picture right now with flash, I'm not gonna be okay. Okay, because I didn't put any foundation on to even my skin. So where there's no foundation is gonna show. Where I put powder at and I didn't blend it all the way in, it's gonna show. This is fine if I run into the grocery store, but if I'm going to work or if I'm going to let me see, if I'm going to work to take headshots, or if I'm going to a conference and they're taking pictures of me at this conference, I'm gonna look foolish, and they're gonna be like, "You a who? You do what? You teach what? You couldn't." And we took a picture of you and you look like that, right? So skipping steps makes you less photo ready. But having your foundation is going to smooth and even your canvas. There are other things that you need to take a stab at, such as highlighting and contouring. Raise your hand if you want to learn how to highlight and contour. All right, highlight and contour. Even though those words sound really big, and we see a lot of videos on Instagram, even now circulating on Facebook about the steps and where do you put the dark stuff, where do you put the light stuff. You can take a stab at that because, again, foundation is one color, okay? One color. And what happens is you lose the natural tones of your skin when you do not highlight and contour. So even though I did my face in 5 minutes, my makeup right now looks really natural because I highlighted in the center of my face. You can see that the center is lighter, and then I contour on the perimeters of my face in order to make my face look natural. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm going to teach you more about that on Sunday in my class. You can sign up at beautyforusclass.com, beautyforusclass.com. That class is at 7. You don't need any supplies. You just really need to download your workbook, which I'm going to send you in an email. Okay. All right. Let's jump into number 3. The last thing is to practice one skill at a time. Practice one skill at a time. I know we want the 5-minute look and we want the 10-minute look and we want. Sometimes you just need to slow down and just work on your brows, child. Sometimes you just need to slow down and work on your eyeshadow. Sometimes you just need to slow down and work on your basic beat and not worry about everything else at the same time. Because too much can overwhelm you. When we go to school, we choose a certain amount of hours because we're not taking all of the classes at one time. We can't handle it. We have to study one thing at a time in order for us to really digest that information. So slow down and take it practice one skill at a time. Um, I know we want to fix everything, Randall, but if we can just work on, I'm going to focus on my brows instead of spreading ourselves thin, then we're going to be all right. Some of us just need to focus on matching our foundation shade right now. Some of us just really need to focus on what is my foundation color? How do I shop for my foundation? So if you register for my class, I'm going to, as soon as you hit sign up, I'm going to offer you my foundation master course where I'm going to teach you how to match your foundation to your skin. And I would suggest purchasing that foundation course if you're not ready to jump inside Beautiful Us University. Inside Beautiful Us University, you're going to have support with matching your foundation. Okay? But some of us just need to slow down and focus on one thing at a time. The first thing that I would focus on if you're starting from scratch would be learning your skin. What is my skin type? Do I have a solid makeup routine? Skincare routine for my skin type. If you know your skin type, then I will move to foundation. If you know your foundation, then I will work on brows or highlighting and contour. I will pick one of those to work on. Okay? But you want to focus on just practice one skill at a time. And don't get to, oh, my birthday's around the corner, or I'm about to go on a girls trip and vacation with my friends, and I need to know how to do my makeup for that. 1 week before is not the time. It's not the time. The time is now. You want to go ahead and practice. Practicing and doing is two different things. You want me to get you ready by teaching you in 2 hours, and you're going to get there and flop because you're going to forget everything that I crammed into you in 2 hours. I want to work with you to build your skill. That's why it's Beautiful Us University, not Beautiful Us Lab. It's Beautiful Us University because I want to work with you and get your skill there. And how fast you progress, that's up to you. That's totally up to you. But I want to work with you every step of the way, okay? But I do want you to take your time and focus on one skill at a time because this is about you. You don't have to rush you. You don't have to rush you, okay? In this season, you guys, it's you versus you. What you say to yourself matters. That's right. What you say out loud to yourself matters. How you set up your space and environment, set your attention. All those things matter when we're moving forward. So let me just go over these 3 jabs. We're going to take a jab at intention. We're going to get organized and create a space. We're going to commit to not quitting. And we're also going to encourage perseverance. Okay. We're not going to confirm and focus on the doubt and the fear. We're going to encourage perseverance. We're going to encourage and use our weapon, which is our tongue. We're going to speak over ourselves. The second thing is we're going to take a jab at liquid foundation and highlighting and contouring. Okay. That's one area where I'm going to talk to you on Sunday about inside of my class. And then thirdly, practicing one skill at a time. And I'll talk you through, what skills you need to practice. That's what I was about to say. Oh, this is a great question. Can you highlight without contouring? Yeah, you can. However, the concepts work together. It's like even if you try to highlight without contouring, your natural skin would contour anyway, like because they work together. So I don't know how to explain it right now without going into a whole nother 10 minutes, but you don't have to contour, but it's going to naturally happen if you just learn how to if you highlight because of how the concept of highlighting and contouring works. All right. Thank you, Ms. Joyce. Ms. Joyce said, this is what I needed to hear. Fantastic. All right, you guys, I got about 30 more seconds, and in that 30 seconds, I'm going to spend it by sharing with you where you can sign up for my class, and that is Beauty for Us University, beautyforusclass.com. If you visit, y'all type that in the comments, beautyforusclass.com. beautyforusclass.com. That is where you can sign up for our next class. You guys, we're also going to have a homecoming party to celebrate 3 years, you guys. 3 years of serving makeup classes to thriving Black women. I'm so excited. Let me see what date that is. That is going to be on Wednesday, November 23rd. Wednesday, November 23rd, y'all. It's the best homecoming party you ever been to. And I promise you that, okay? So make sure that you save the date for that as well. But I hope to see you guys in class on Sunday. Continue to follow me inside of our Facebook group as well. I think you can find the group on my page somewhere, but you'll be invited once you sign up for the class. How about that? When you sign up for the class, you're invited to the Facebook group and you can jump in from there, okay? All right, fantastic, you guys. Any questions? Any questions before we hop off? I've been on here too long. I got some mean chicken salad in the refrigerator that I want. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for the fruit. You guys, we put fruit in the comments if we feel that it's fruitful, okay? If we feel that what we learned was fruitful, we put it in the comments. All right, fantastic. I don't see any questions. So make this knockout beat week a fantastic week. And I'm going to coach you on Sunday to a beat that cannot lose. So make sure you sign up for that class. And don't just sign up, show up, okay? Sign up and show up. All right. And I'll see y'all super, super soon. Love you guys.